podcast. Today, my podcast is about just having conversations with dudes out here, with people out here that are doing things and, giving them an opportunity, a platform to promote their stuff. We're here in my studio, my tattoo studio, Evolution Tattoo. And as you know, the purpose of the studio is to hire people like me that's been incarcerated, to give them an opportunity to follow their passion and allow them to be able to make money and support themselves so that we don't return back to the streets. It's not without its heartaches, it's not without, the drama. We got artists out here that, these guys, they've been trying to get into these other spaces, but these other tattoo shops, they don't want them around because they find out that we've been incarcerated, and so they look at us like we're a bunch of piece of shit or something. When, we punish these pieces of shit. Like the men that come through here, these are men of integrity. Yeah, we made some mistakes and all that, but that isn't, and I'm not making excuses for the reasons that we end up in prison or anything. But the one thing that set us apart from these other people is that we live by a code. We have integrity, and we conduct ourselves a certain way. You see on his hat, it says man time. We conduct ourselves on man times. But you got these dude boys out here that are...
Break down man time though.
Yeah.
This ain't just like you're a man, you're on time. Like this.
Yeah. Man time, like the short version is integrity, homie. Stand up for what you believe in. When you shake somebody's hand and you make an agreement and you making a promise, you fulfill that. And the only way you don't fulfill that, if your ass ain't there to, if you got in a fucking car wreck or something. But a lot of these dudes, they have the habit of out here of speaking on things that they have no intention of fulfilling. And the place that we've been at, when you do that, that's how you get your head cracked. That's how you get a piece of steel stuck up in you. But a lot of these dudes out here, they're not held accountable for the things that come out of their mouths. So over their whole life, let's just say, since I've been gone 20-something years, nobody's holding them accountable, no one's busting their fucking head. So it leads them to believe that I can just say whatever I want, blow smoke up somebody's ass and sell them a fucking dream. We've done a lot of time, but the one thing we don't have time for is frivolous conversations. Like you already know better than anybody else what you can and can't do. So when you're sitting there next to me talking about, yeah, we can do this, we can do that, knowing damn well that you ain't got the access, you ain't got the resource, nor the intention, that you're a piece of shit. But you have the audacity to look at me like I'm lesser than you because I've been in prison. So you got a bunch of fucking these dude boy artists that call themselves professional tattoo artists that feel like it's a competition out here. Our project out here is trying to build people up. But you got these dudes that we've interviewed or had conversations about, coming to work here at this tattoo shop. But they're like, oh man, I ain't trying to fucking help nobody. I'm just trying to do me. And that's fine. I ain't got nothing against that. But don't fucking think that you're better than these guys that's out here, trying to pursue this craft and trying to be better.
Let me break it down a little more.
Hold on. This is KDO. This is the homie KDO, one of my tattoo artists. He's been out. How long you been out?
About a year, over a year now.
Yeah, over a year now. And he was tattooing in the joint. But they look at him like he's a scratcher or whatever the fucking term comes up.
So they call us scratch artists because we make everything from scratch. Tattoo guns, ink, needle, like we're in there. I'm in there with a little motor from whatever we could get out of it, and I make your needle out of a bread tie, burning ink off of grease and checker pieces. I got baby oil, just anything that you could think of. we're in there making it happen. Staples.
If
You
guitar
know,
strings
if you
are-
could get some guitar strings somehow, some way, you're the man. Boy, in the feds, it's a little easier. In the states, it's a little harder.
Yeah, I would do state.
But it doesn't, like, everything that we do, but they looking down at us like we're not real tattoo artists. Yeah, we're not using real equipment, but
But I mean, no. That's a real fucking equipment. It's not these fucking
Well, that's what I
manufactured
mean.
equipment that makes it easy.
that's
for,
what I mean.
you know,
And so
yeah.
what's, in my opinion, what we do is much harder than what you guys are doing. You guys get it easy with the 12 round liners, and man, we got one needle. If you're a badass, you can make 3 needle in there, you know, but that takes a little more time. But my biggest thing is, how does that make me less of a tattoo artist? If anything, that should make me more of an artist, because I'm by any means and, you know, using
Yeah.
whatever I got. And I mean,
Yeah,
Well-
we're having to be MacGyvers in there and putting the shit together. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm going through like with some clientele right now, some issues, because I just barely got out, and this is my first week in the shop, you know. And right now, yeah, I'm at the bottom of just random poo butt motherfuckers just want to say they were, like you said, starting a conversation with no intentions on actually getting a tattoo. I don't know why you want to come and conversate with me. Like you could, you know, like you come over here to the homie shit and get on the podcast. You want to just talk to somebody, you know. But I had a dude come in today, left, didn't give the deposit. Who knows if he's gonna come back? Hey, I put some work on him. I've been here since the morning. Was supposed to have a appointment at 8 o'clock. It's what time it is now?
3.
It's 3 o'clock. She ain't called. I can't get a hold of her, and that's sad when you got to chase people around. But I'm taking what I can get right now, because I'm not one of these dudes that are established and, you know. But just wait.
No, and that's the thing is like they feel like you're down here in the industry, so they feel like they can come through and take advantage of your time and not pay you for it.
Right.
But that's why we opened this shop. This is a professional setting, and I told you I laid out the rules for you to ensure that. But you know, that being said, like you got a lot of these people that walk around like they're better than you because they've never been to prison, but the whole time they doing all this crud ball shit, and we're the bad guys.
And we're the most respectful people out here in society that you could meet, is the prison people. Because in prison, it's all about respect. You walk in front of somebody, excuse me. You walk behind somebody, excuse me. You know what I mean? There's no respect out here. So y'all looking down at us, but for real, I walk into a store, I'm the most respectful person in there, but you're looking down at me. What is it you ain't looking down at a Karen or her husband Darren, or you know what I mean, like that? But they don't have no respect. And what? Because we've been to prison, we don't deserve respect. That's not even a word out here no more. Respect is just nothing. Like that don't mean nothing no more. People's words don't mean nothing no more. If you're loyal, if you stand on what you talk about, you're the weirdo. Yeah, we're aliens around here, and that's what's sad.
And you got these dudes out here in the street, you see it every day. They act like they about that business,
Wow.
they about that code, but they sit next to a motherfucker that told on their homies.
Oh, he ain't
You know what I
telling
mean?
he ain't telling on me.
Yeah,
Shit.
they told on the other homies, and they ain't telling on something like shoplifting
No,
or a
giving
fucking
people
speeding
life.
ticket. They telling on bodies, giving people life sentences, giving people 2 decades plus, but they want to sit out here and act like they some type of gangster and try to have that conversation with me.
But then people allow it, and they let them feel like they're comfortable because there ain't nothing gonna happen to him. You're a rat. What I want to get you for? You're a rat. I know you told on him. What are you gonna do? Tell on me? You know. So
See, for me, homie, if you hang around with a buster,
you're
that makes you a buster
birds of a feather flock together, and that's a fact.
all the time. And
Yeah.
but these dudes, they're using each other to prop each other up because they faking like they stand on those codes that we live by in the streets.
Talk
But
about
they-
what we live in.
But they know they can't uphold those codes. Because if you uphold those codes, you don't want anybody around you that ain't abiding by it.
Yeah.
So when you allow people around you that ain't abiding by it, that tells me that you just the same as these motherfuckers. You probably just ain't had the opportunity to tell on somebody yet.
But you thought about it, you're gonna, if something goes down, if it comes down to me and you, oh, best believe it's me every time. Yeah. I'm gone. And that's the sad part. Anyways, if you are loyal, or if you have integrity, then you're the one that loses out at the end of the day. It's these weenies right now, because they don't have, like he said, no integrity or nothing, so they don't have to live by any kind of codes. You could cross people, you could tell them whatever they want. Hey man, I'll tell you what, imagine what happens when you disrespect somebody in there.
Man, you get your head busted.
There's no way around it, but we can't just bust people's head out here, and that's what they know. That they know we got a lot to lose, and that they'll tell on us. So they're like, "Hi, we'll do it, whatever you want. I'll call the cops." And God damn.
Yeah, and that's man. You know how much time I've heard that, like, you know, motherfuckers run their mouth on me, like I had a dude that owed me some money, and I'm like, "Hey, fool, like, you know, due date's up, homie." I was like, "What you?" He's like, and then he starts talking crazy to me. I'm like, "Hey, man, where the fuck you at? I'm gonna pull up." Man, don't you know you're on parole?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, right? But you act like you a gangster. You know what I mean? So that's the same thing with these dudes out here in the streets, and the same thing with these dudes in the industry. And we'll just keep this to the tattoo shop. You know, we got homies that come through that have been trying to get into other spaces and stuff. And they're looking at them like, oh, this is your last chance. Like, I'm doing you a favor by allowing you to come and be my fucking dude boy in this shop. But then if something goes wrong, they can always blame you because the police is gonna believe them. They don't have a record. You might not have nothing to do with whatever confrontation, because we've been in prison, because we have a record. We're always gonna be at fault. If somebody tell you, oh no, he started this shit, the police gonna believe you. And we're the one that's gonna get arrested. When it's these fucking piece of shit motherfuckers are doing whatever it is they doing. And, you know, for me, like, you know, when I go through spaces, homie, I don't give a fuck. You know, if you're gonna jump out there, you can get it too, and then I'll deal with the consequences. I don't want to go back to prison, but I'm not gonna allow these motherfuckers to fucking disrespect me. But you know, for me, I'm fortunate enough to know that I built a reputation out here, and for the most part, these fucking lames stay out of my way. You know.
Well, they must be staying out of your way to jump into my way, because I've in the last maybe. People just be, and this is my people too, like they just be not paying. I could pay my rent if everybody would pay me. Well, I'm a rich motherfucker, I swear to God, I'll be a rich motherfucker. But it's just, and then not to mention, you got dudes out, you got to understand, you don't never know what the next man is going through. Me, man, I'm institutionalized. I've been in the box my whole life. So I don't know about all this real world shit, and they know it, but one thing they don't realize is I don't care about going back to prison. I'm comfortable in there, you know. I don't want to go back to prison. I want to learn how to be, you know, function out here and be with my family and you know, make a lot of money doing what I love to do. How can I do what I love to do when I don't like to deal with people? This is why I don't like to deal with people, because there's always an ulterior motive, and they don't care. Man, if you're gonna get over on somebody, get on over somebody with some money, man. You don't get on over on the people with no, like, nothing. That's what you ain't taking. What are you getting from me? You ain't like.
You know, but that's the one thing that we have to start, like us ourselves, because you say these are your people, so you got a lot of love for them, and you give them a lot of leeway, but we have to start recognizing people for who they are.
And ain't gonna change.
You know, and if you see that these motherfuckers is just a bunch of scumbag, then you have to disassociate yourself from them.
But here's the thing about that is, though, in the last 2 weeks, two of my closest people that I've held at high and that they, you know, haven't showed me nothing yet until recently. But I held these people at high regards, and it is not easy. You don't just get in my. So I'm not saying I'm anybody special, so you want to hang out with me, but I don't let nobody in. So if you're in there, you know what I mean. And it's so fast that you're your own people, and then you're sitting there thinking like, well, yeah, I shouldn't have associated, but yeah, but when I met him, we was on some gangster shit, you know, or we did this, or we've been through this, and I tell you one thing, can't nobody out here in the world, not one, you could, and if you, matter of fact, I challenge you, if you could find somebody that could say, Kato did me wrong, he's a piece of shit, you know, he did some scumbag shit, I challenge you to find it, because you ain't gonna find it. But I tell you what, I tell you what is a fact. Man, I got a whole truckload of them that I could,
Yeah.
you know.
But see, what you said, like they haven't showed their true face to you, because a lot of people, they have a price. They have a price. So they might not burn you for $1. They might not even burn you for $10,000, where their price might be $100,000. But when they burn you, that's who they really are.
Yeah, and they've been that forever. I'm
Yeah,
a firm believer in that.
They've been that. They just they haven't had the opportunity to be like, hey, is this worth losing my face or revealing myself to this dude?
Right.
Because I have a friend, he's in the real estate business. So, and you know, even after this conversation, he still had a hard time accepting it. So he tells me the story about this guy that they built this little real estate. You know, they look online, buy property and resell them and all that stuff. So this dude's been his partner, and the first 4 or 5 deals went smooth, right? And like he feels that he can really trust this dude, and so he brings him on another venture, and this venture is, you know, in like I want to say it's close to $1 million deal, right? So long story short, this dude fucks him over on the deal. So my friend's like, yeah, man, he's always been good, man. I just don't understand why he fucked me over. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, you know, because when you're friends with somebody for so long, when you know somebody for so long, but you know, when you're with our friends, there's some very few when we're there together at our lowest point.
Right.
Most of the time we're hanging out with our friends is at functions,
Right.
where we're coming to celebrate things. So you always get to see the best side of them. You don't really know what's going on at home,
No.
how they treating their girl, or how they treating their kid, or the rest of it, or how they handle situations when it don't go right for them.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the people that I know I could trust the most right now, that I have no doubt in my mind that they got my back, all of them are in jail, all 3 of them, 4 of them, and every single one of them I shared a cell with and got to be with them every single day while they ate, cried about their family, lost people, whatever. We went through everything and really got to know a motherfucker. That's when you really get to know a motherfucker.
Like, you know, like you see all my friends, has all been incarcerated.
Every single
Because
one.
we've been in that struggle. We've been at our lowest point where we don't have nothing else. There's no material status. There's nothing. The only thing that we can stand on is who we are.
And your word is everything.
Yeah.
So
And you get to see that.
yeah.
And you get to understand it, because we're in a high stress situation where if you ain't true to who you are, if you ain't if you ain't about what you're talking about, it's gonna get exposed real fast. When you talk about I'm a ride or die,
You find out.
this and that, you got 10 motherfuckers coming at you with some knives, and you turn around, this bitch motherfucker's gone, then you know he ain't shit.
It's the best way to build a friendship in high stress situations, like you said, and stuff like that, because then you get to see, you know what I mean? It's tested. Out here, the friendship ain't tested, because there's really nothing that, you know, like you could really put, and you could put me in a situation, me and you in a car, we're driving, and I have some drugs on me. You don't know I have drugs on me, but it's your car, right there. Do I, you know, I trust this man in here to, oh, hey, just so you know, I have drugs on me. Or, hey, maybe I don't say nothing, and maybe I just start tucking shit. Knowing you on parole, you're gonna get pulled out and searched because they can do that, and then they find, you know what I mean, something in your car and shit. Me, I'm free. It's not my car. I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Who's it go to? The man who owns the car. Now, that right there is real life situations that happen, and people don't care. Man, yeah, this man, he been in prison his whole life. It ain't nothing to him. I'm not gonna go do 6 months in jail. You know what I mean? I'd rather him do 10 years than me do 6 months and leave the comfort of the streets, because out here you can hide behind material things and money and stuff like that. And there you can't hide. There you know how it's gonna get exposed. And when it does get exposed, you either show your true face or you get exposed. And
Yeah, and then you got, you always hear the saying, money don't make you. And that's, in there, that's true.
yeah,
Motherfucker don't give a fuck how much money you got, what you been, who you was affiliated with. It's about, man, who the fuck is you right now?
yeah. What did you do lately?
Who are you right now? Like, you can't, there's not a lot of people, there's a lot of people out there that's for sale, but when you're on man time, you're not for sale.
Nope.
So out here, you get people that think that their money is who they are, because I have a successful business, because I make more money than you, then I'm a better person than you, or I'm more important than you. And they run into the right one, and they find out real quick, motherfuckers don't respect that shit. They respect your grind, they respect your hustle, but they don't respect who you are as a fucking person.
And not just that, that there's people actually following these people because they got money or whatever. But in reality, you chose the wrong side. Because that dude right there is gonna flip on you. Now, you should have came with me. I didn't have no money. I was at my lowest point. Just because I didn't have nothing to offer at the time, now you fucked up. Because this man right here, watch what he's accomplished and what he has in 2 years. I'm gonna say 1 year, but I'm gonna say 2 years just to be just
give me some breathing room.
Right? So you know what? We are
too hard.
No. We are dealing with lanes, so we got to take in account. There's gonna be some losses taken, and there's gonna be some lessons learned. I learned today. Lesson learned, got burned, and he got in my ass about it, and as he should, like I put my faith that the dude was gonna send the money. He said he had the money. He leaves, and he said he's gonna send the money. Now it's, I gotta wait for my sister. Boy, hold up. You said you had the money. And now all of a sudden you don't have the money. You gonna get the money. So now I'm dependent on sister. I don't know this bitch.
Yeah.
But guess believe, shit, we're gonna find out where sister lives. We're pulling up. Just kidding, we're not gonna pull up. I'm scared. Fuck.
Now for us, it's just understanding how the people perceive us. Understanding, since I've been out, I've taken a lot of, people's taking a lot of pictures with me, and come to find out, that's just a photo op to try to boost up their credibility. Because, as far as the street goes, we're respected in that lane. And for me, it's not something that I love my people in the streets. What I'm trying to do here, I'm not trying to leave them behind. I'm trying to bring them along with me. And they understand that. That's why I'm able to do the things that I do with, no friction. But you have the people in the industry that are trying to reach out to the community that we're tapped in with, but they don't know how, because when they come through, the people don't respect them. So they come and hitch their fucking trailer to me, take a photo op, and now you got some of my people looking at them like, oh, maybe they're on something.
You are on something, because the homie don't allow people that ain't on nothing next to him.
Yeah. But when I'm having a conversation with them and somebody wants to take a picture, I'm like, yeah, cool, let's take a picture. But I don't know their agenda. But I'm coming to find out, just through trials and error, that there's people that ain't really looking out for you, or the community that they're trying to say they're trying to tap into. They're on some personal shit. and they know that they have no problem using other people to get themselves that image or that prestige to build, file for some grants for their nonprofit, so they can pocket it and stuff. But for me, it might take me however long it's gonna take me, but I have a way of doing things, and that's
Doing them.
putting integrity. I put integrity first, because I can't sit on there try to school you on something or try to preach something to somebody else if I ain't living that. And everybody that knows me, man, like, I don't speak on a whole lot of things because I don't know about a whole lot of things. But when I do speak on something, that's because I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, don't just talk to talk.
And I'm standing on that. When I shake, like what I do when I called you up, I say, hey, look, man, I'm opening up a tattoo shop. You can get a booth, homie. Just come through.
That's a fact.
And I tell you, hey, I know some people that's in the industry. Man, you come through.
Make music.
And put your thing down.
And everything he said has been 100. Came through, got a booth, did a show for the first time. Now on LinkedIn, and about to be making videos. And just so you know, just keep it all the way clear, and I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna have the crown in this rap shit for Utah, and then I'm coming for California. I'm coming for New York. I'm coming for y'all last. Don't worry about it. I'll catch up with y'all. But that's just get that understood. And remember the name now, because I know you think it's some bullshit now. Just remember it.
But that's what that's what we're about here. That's what my brand is, BMA, my tattoo shop, Evolution Tattoo. It's about trying to help motherfuckers that's trying to get it, man. We don't got no egos. We ain't hating on nobody, and we're not even gonna waste time on these haters. That whatever issue you got with people like me that's been in prison, that's your own issue. But don't come here to me and act like you're better than me, because I promise I'm a lot bigger in person. I'm only 5'5", and I promise I'm a lot bigger in person.
And that's one thing about it is when you do that, and you're preying on the people who don't have much, you really don't understand that. You think you're gaining leverage that way. You're just giving me drive. Now you're giving me motivation. I don't have nothing, but give me some motivation and watch what I do. And I'm not. Oh, now I gotta go get you a vendetta. No, man, I don't give a fuck about you. But in the process, at the end of it, and all your customers are coming to me, or all you know what I mean, and all these people are finding out that you're phony, and you want to be on my boy's podcast. You didn't want to be on this podcast when we was just sitting in the damn, you know what I mean, in the little chairs. Now all of a sudden we're sitting in fur chairs and you know what I mean, professional stuff. Don't come to ask to be on this podcast then. No, it's not.
Like, for me, I want people around me that want to do things for the right reason. And the reason I can expect that is because I'm determined to do things for the right reason.
And he's leading. He's not leading from the back. He's not telling motherfuckers, hey, yeah, we got to do this now. He's in the front. Like, look, come on. I'm going to show you how to do it. That's how it's all about. That's what it's all. You never lead from the back, man. If you really care about helping somebody, stand right next to them, and we'll go through this together. That's this shit, loyalty. I know it doesn't seem like much. Loyalty ain't a word out here nowadays, but amongst us in this shop right here, you're gonna find nothing. And the sad thing is, the ones in this shop right here are 10 times more respectful, 10 times more loyal, to people, and they looking down at us because we've been in prison. But y'all don't have no respect or morals.
And I don't, so let's just be clear. Like, there's people we're speaking about they're guilty of that. But there's other people that, like in my experience so far, there's a lot of good people out there.
Yes.
There's a lot of good people out there that's supporting the cause. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am now if there weren't those people, if those people didn't exist. And for those that,
shout out to the real ones.
yeah, for those that are supporting the cause, for those that like seeing people making a change and pivoting, man, we want to welcome you. We want to welcome you in everything that we do. You know, like we're not wasting times on these buses, and you know the buses know who they are. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm not gonna put all of them out there.
No,
like
they're listening
that.
to the podcast like, oh, he's definitely talking to me.
Yeah,
He definitely talking about me.
for all the real ones, man, like, and that don't mean that you have to be in prison.
Nope.
This is just speaking just to the community.
Period.
Like, you know, a lot of people, they want to say, oh, okay, this guy's in prison, but don't want to give him an opportunity. And then when somebody's struggling and they end up reverting back to their old life, they want to say, see, we told you.
Yeah.
But we're part of the community.
We are the community.
We're not going nowhere. You know what I mean? So at the very least, if you ain't feeling what we're trying to do here, just stay the fuck out of our way.
That's it. Don't try to concern the
But
lane.
if you love what we're trying to do, man, like I said, to all the good people, that's whether you've been in prison, whether you're a business owner, law enforcement, whatever it is, if you like what you're seeing out here, what we're doing out here, like, we welcome you to be a part of it. We welcome your support. Because at the end of the day, it takes a lot more energy to be angry, to hold animosity
Hate.
and hate. And I don't have the energy for that.
I know I don't have an ounce of hate. Like I hate people, but I don't have an ounce of hater in me. Like I can't hate on the next man because what he's getting or what I don't have. No, that's something, you know, I am envy a little bit sometimes. Yeah, damn, but you know what? That's short lived, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna get that, and it's not, I'm gonna get that and have something better than you. Nah, man, but shit, if I could help you get something better, if we could get it together, everybody is useful. My man here don't tattoo. He ain't bust a rap. He don't, you know, like, and he's learning the podcast stuff like that, but he ain't no TV host. But shit, you see him out here like he is, you would think he was. And that's that right there is what it is. It's like everybody got their uses, and it's not using people for what they got. But hey, you do this. Oh, hey, well, check this out. I do this too, and we can come together and make something, man. Make something
Collaboration, man. Like,
bigger. There's a bigger picture to all this, and watch one day, man. We gain a little confidence, and you know, and
yeah, this is our first week, you know, and we're gonna show you, because it's like I tell the guys that come and work here, this is a project. There's people that's rooting for us, but there's also the people that's waiting for us to fall on our face. And for me, you know, everybody around me is a reflection of who I am.
right,
We represent each other.
right.
So if you see me sitting over here with a douchebag, then I can't get mad at you. You think I'm a douchebag too.
Nah, they call you Whack 100 then.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
So to ensure that you don't think I'm a douchebag, I ain't gonna have a fucking douchebag around me. And I can say that because through my history, I've proven who I am. And I'm at an age and at a time in myself that I don't need to prove anything anymore, and I just move. You know, I can make my lips move and say whatever the fuck I want to say,
Good slip.
but my actions are gonna really tell you who I am. And that's what I expect from KDO right here, what I expect from my other artists that come through here, is that, you know, we represent each other and we stay true to our beliefs.
Wait, how many different gang members are in there? Every single person in
You
there.
think we're
is a
getting
gang member.
everybody's a gang
It's a bag.
member.
It's a bag of Skittles right now.
We got every color
Shit.
from, you know, I don't want to put their gangs out there,
No,
but
yeah, we just.
but
But that's what it is. That's how deep it is. Because we're not gang aside. Yeah, we always are what we're gonna be, but we're coming together, and it ain't no animosity. There ain't no hate for this side and you doing this and that. Man, and it's literally different gang members, and for a bigger goal. And man, it's a beautiful thing.
No, it's beautiful to see that there's these dudes that one another. So once upon a time would have not sat in the same room ever.
Beautiful.
And now they're here at this shop, promoting each other,
helping each other. Yeah.
Wanting the best for each other, and that's what we're trying to bring, not just here in the shop, but to the streets.
Yeah,
right?
I tell you what, they've been trying to do that in the streets for years. How many times they've been promoting peace? Oh, be peaceful with each other. You know, this don't happen right here. This right here is something new, and if we could go even deeper into it in the different personalities or whatever we have. We're all from prison, but just the differences, and hopefully you get to promote other artists, and so everybody can see.
Yeah.
Not just my weird ass, but just everybody. You know, like, but that right there alone tells you, and should tell government officials and police officers and all these people that's looking in, yeah, we're gang members, but do you notice who we're around? It can't get no better, man. It can't get no better.
No, because at the end of the day, you know, when you were beefing out in the streets, you didn't know that individual. You just know he was from the other side of the road. You just know he claimed a different color. But once you get put in an environment where you got to understand the person,
Get to know him.
and respect him as a man,
Gotta respect the
you
gang.
understand, men respect men, regardless of where you from, regardless of what you look like.
Real
And that's what
respect,
we're
real.
about right here.
Man time.
We're on that man time. Yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
Man, I can't wait to see your growth, homie. And like I
Stay
said,
tuned. Hey, stay tuned.
it's the first week, but
Stay tuned. I'm telling you right now, stay tuned, man.
all them haters, you stay tuned too.
No, you got to. They're gonna stay. They're gonna stay tuned. There's the one watching the most, but they're on somebody else's shoulder watching because they don't want to be seen watching. But they're the ones watching. They know what's up, man. To wipe the sweat off your face, buddy. It's gonna be alright.
And for all those that are supporting the cause, support
Man.
the movement, man, we're not gonna let you down.
Nah,
We
man.
appreciate you, and thank you for tuning in.